Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. You know what? There's a reason for this. There is a reason for this. And if you look at the fear level and you look at something like this that occurred 3 years ago, it's a good reminder of why you don't want to panic. You want to focus long term, and why dips can be gifts. Okay, this happened 3 years ago. This happened after the FTX collapse. Bitcoin did this. Okay, fell down from 69,000 all the way down to about 16,000. People thought it was the end then too, and that was the low point. That was the low point of crypto winter, okay? And we have similarities to that right now, and we're not in crypto winter, so think about that. But we fell down to 16K. Those that picked up, bought the dip, are still up 410%. So take a second to think about that, okay? Those that panic sold and said, that's it, I'm done, I'm out of Bitcoin, I'm out of crypto, well, they lost out on a lot of gains, okay? But we have seen this before. Now, like I said, that happened during the bottom of the last crypto winter. Are we at the bottom of crypto winter right now? Well, if we are, that would be a good thing, because that means we're coming out of crypto winter. But we're not in crypto winter, right? But if we were, this would be a fantastic thing if you think about it, because that means we're about to reverse upwards. And we're about to go on a tremendous run. And it feels just like that, because if you measure fear level and you measure like the indicators that are showing that Bitcoin is as oversold as this point, then you realize this is actually a gift. A gift that allows deep, deep discount buying, just like Black Friday. A lot of you guys love to buy things on Black Friday at discount. If you love Bitcoin and you love your crypto, why would you not want to buy it at a discount? We have a lot that are. Tether, of all people, okay, the biggest stable coin issuer out there, just bought $1 billion with the dip. And they have been buying a lot with their profits. They have been doing that for quite some time. But they decided, hey, it's a good time to buy the dip. They bought $1 billion. Okay, and there's other companies that have been doing so. Obviously, MetaPlanet is raising. Sailor continues to raise and buy. Here's one, DDC, that says they're going to buy 300 more Bitcoin. You got a lot of these Japanese companies that have been loading up, that have over 1,000 Bitcoin. This one bought about 100. It has about 762. So there are cool-headed, calm people and companies and institutions that are still buying. The fundamentals, still good. But short-term, near-term, you have a lot of panic sellers. There's no doubt about it, right? But panic selling normally does not lead to good things. Patient, long-term investors are the ones that win, not the short-term traders. Well, sometimes they do, okay? I can't say they always lose, but like Tom Lee said, there are a lot of holes right now, okay, with certain companies, certain entities. They're trying to patch it. It's all due to all the leverage and deleveraging and all the trading that's been going on. And I'll get to that in a little bit. Probably the biggest reason why we're going through what we're going through. But there's other factors at play, I know. But it's one of the biggest things that I don't hear anyone else talk about. Max pain zone is between 73 and 84K, you know, guess what? We're in that zone. We're in that zone. So are we over with this crash, with this dump, with this dip? I don't know. But I do know the fundamentals have not changed. And we have a lot of these metrics that show that right now is as bad as the low point of the last cycle when Bitcoin had 16,000, when FTX collapsed. Are we anywhere near as bad as 3 years ago? The answer is no. Just like this one, realized losses surged to levels last seen during FTX collapse. People are selling, panic dumping because of fear. How many of you guys would love to go back to 16K Bitcoin and go all in? Obviously, it's an easy decision now because you know where the price is versus before. But at that time, it was the same thing. Very little people wanted to buy the dip. No one wanted to take a chance, fearing that Bitcoin could go lower to 10K or back to 3K. We saw that before. But the few that did, the few that took advantage, are sitting pretty right now, and they're not worried. You know, after FTX collapse, guess what? Solana dropped to $8. People called for the death of Solana. People that picked up more than 10x, 20x, right? That's the thing. Panic dumping, especially in the environment that we're in, which is not crypto winter, is not the bear market. In fact, this reminds me, in last bull market, Bitcoin first went to 64,000. It dropped 50% to 28,000. 50%. And then it went up, back up to 69,000. That happened during the bull too. So right now, we're down about 32%. We're not down 50%. Have we seen a 32% drop before? Yes, earlier this year in April. Have we seen one prior to that? Yes, a 34% drop back last year. So is this very unusual? Is this worse than what we have seen before? The answer is no. And what happened after those times that we went down 33, 32%? Well, you could see it on the chart what happened. We recovered quickly and we formed a new high. It's not like it has never happened before. It's not like we're going through a time we have never seen Bitcoin have a correction. It's not like we haven't seen a time where Wall Street was super panicked and is dumping everything. No, we saw it 6 months ago. Well, now 7. Back in April. We saw the same thing happen from November all the way to April. Guess what happened to US markets and Bitcoin? We had a crazy, tremendous correction, just like what we're going through now. Back then, what was the fear? The fear was tariffs, right? Now the fear is like, no more cuts.